Hello everyone, it's Moggle Frog here, and welcome back to Planet Zoo. Today we are going to attempt another time scenario. I have no idea what we're getting into, so I was thinking like maybe we should game plan a little bit, but without knowing what the objectives are. The only things I can think of are trying to have our staff stuff as centered as possible so that they don't have as far to travel. I think I'm going to avoid using vending machines for anything that requires guest happiness. I think I'll just bite the bullet and spend more money because the vending machines break down and then it's just kind of a disaster. So I think those are those things I want to keep in mind, but also keeping it at running on a faster speed, so at least 2 times. Just because with such limited time, the clock does not count down faster if we speed up the game, but our money and conservation credits accrue faster if we speed up the game. So we'll do that, and as long as we don't have any objectives that require us to like breed a specific animal, I think we'll turn down the animal aging so that they age slower and we don't have to pay as close attention to the management of our animals. That does bite us a little bit long term because our babies won't age as quickly, so we can't release them to the wild for more conservation credits, but weighing out those two, I think I'd rather have that be the case than trying to manage like a billion babies, because if we're running it on 5 times speed at all, the babies are going to be popping out like crazy if we don't reduce the animal aging. So that's what's on my mind right now. We'll talk more a little bit once we find out what our objectives are. Well, let's get started. I'm really excited to see the map. The last map, I really, really liked the last map. Oh, wow. This is crazy. It's beautiful. So we're starting with nothing, like an empty blank canvas. So that's great. Oh man, we lost 30 seconds just watching the cinematic. All right, 10 habitat species, welfare at least 85%, animal talks, ooh, a higher rating than last time, more guests than last time, and we need to make a huge profit. I'm not worried about spending 5,000 on marketing yearly because that is super simple and easy, assuming we have the money to do so. So we need to get in staff like ASAP. We are starting with more money than we had before. Are any of those, I saw signs, are those like, no, they're just decorative, I think. That maybe they were staff buildings. Okay, so we have, basically it goes all the way down here. So I think maybe we put our staff right here, actually. And we can take the guest path like up and around. Oh man, unfortunately, last time we had all of this, like we had a couple themes researched, so we had some prettier looking staff buildings. I'm trying to figure out if we should just go with something that looks finished. Costs more money though. Oh well. We'll go with it. So let's do our vet. Terraforming failed. Okay. I think we're gonna skip the quarantine again. Keep our hut. We'll get research when we know we need it. And we definitely need the trading. We'll get a workshop when we know we need it. So we need to put power over here. Let's connect these to something. Okay. Oh, path. Just work with me. I don't know what path this is. I think it's this one? No. Is it this one? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna take that and connect it. It's very small, but oh well. Connect that there. That's good enough. Make sure these are on. There we go. Oh, we have a ton of conservation credits though. Let's get our staff. That's what I was looking for. Caretaker, keeper, mechanic, and vet. We'll get that stuff if we can manage it. So should we, are these only, okay, no. I thought for a second maybe it was only conservation credits. I want to start with a nice big animal, but at the same time, I don't want one that's going to immediately bankrupt us with the cost of feed. So I think we avoid a carnivore. It's really hard to resist the elephants right here. We're gonna do it. That might bite us in the end, but we'll also get a tapir. And why not? We can afford the camels. Let's get some camels. Okay, now where to put them? Is this a barrier? We could just build off of this and let that... We could use a lot of natural barrier. I don't think they're going to step down from this, so we could put our elephants right in here. We will need to raise that a bit. But I feel like we can just do this for the most part. I don't think they're going to go down that far. And then we'll switch it back. Now we're gonna raise these. Don't want them to just kind of step over it. Might be a little too tall for some parts. Ugh. Wasting time. Definitely. Okay, but how are the staff gonna get in here? Gotta figure that out. We could make something. We could make a barrier down here. Might be able to take that path up. Oops. Is that not a habitat gate? Thank you. And then... Okay. Sure. That'll do. Really want to stick with this barrier they already have going on. So do that. And let's send in elephants. That is a huge... Oh, I didn't finish connecting it. That's all connected. He's connected back here. It's this that's not. So let's bring up this one to about there. And then connect it just like that. Let's see if that works now. Yep. Okay, we can bring these guys in and hopefully we can add some other animals in with them. We could put the wildebeest in with them. We could put a giraffe in with them. How much space do we have? That's a ton of space. Okay, that should work. Yeah, we're gonna need research for this one. It's a shame. We were spoiled with the last challenge. They didn't make us research at all. There it is. I think I'll put this. Is this within a power? No. We'll put it up here. I think we're gonna try to put the tapir and camels up here somewhere. Okay, let's see. Can you escape anywhere? For sure. Let's just change that to... Actually, we're gonna put some smaller animals in here, so let's change that to... Just because I think the smaller animals will be more likely to try to jump over that. We're gonna ignore that that's a mess. Let's get you your feed and water. You do need some swimmable water. Like that should be plenty. More than enough. And that means we need to put in water treatment. Okay. What else do we need? We need a giant shelter. Giant shelter. Do we need one that big though? Does this work for now? Is that enough? No, we'll just do the big one. Especially if we're gonna put other animals in here. Gosh, that is a massive shelter. Okay, that's much better. I love that they think tickets are underpriced. That's fantastic. Change this up. Add some soil, just in random spots. Beautiful. Plants are great. We'll work on that. Donation boxes. Here. Here. We're just gonna put a bunch over here because I plan on putting something like right in this area too. Like this is a great spot. Actually probably fit 2. Could connect this back over so you could walk over that. Is it 8? Oh. Oh, I thought it was 7. There we go. I could eventually use one of these as guest area as well. Okay. Put in another habitat. Raise this up. Can't raise it up too much. How about looks tall? Tall enough. About as far as that can go. That's okay. Oops. Not gonna leave it that tall. It's insane. What do we want to put over here? I feel like the camels might be a good candidate for this section here. Let's do glass. Off habitat gate. Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, we're not charging anything? We're gonna see if they're okay with that. We're probably gonna get complaints because I just dramatically raised prices. I believe our tapir is a female, yeah, so let's get that. We could just have a joint elephant habitat. I feel like hippos would be good. These are these are large animals. Still think underpriced for now, so that's good. We could do... Maybe this would be better for a guest area. Let's bring this further. There's already... Oh, you guys can get closer. Oops. Definitely don't want that to connect to the staff. There we go. You can get much, much closer if you'd like. We need exhibit animals? No. Okay, we could... Oh, this would be a fantastic spot for animal education. An animal talk would be great right there. How are we doing? Plenty of space. Let's do a medium trough. A water. You need shelter. Is this gonna be enough for you? Oh, you already have hard shelter. From what? Okay, maybe you just don't need it. Maybe you're just happy with that. We'll leave it in there though. Some rock. It's a big brush with a lot of rock. Add a lot of sand. Get rid of all that grass. You don't like grass. You're fine with plants? So you are good. Enrichment is going to be an issue. Let's go ahead and get that going on that. I think we should try to get something here. I think maybe we take this down and smooth it out. I want it to be walkable. It's like not very walkable. Jurassic World Evolution 3 has this great ramp tool in the terrain options, and I would love that right here. That would be great. I think what we're gonna try to do actually is cut this habitat just a little bit, or I could try to take the staff path up that way. I think staff could walk under that, so maybe that's what we'll do instead. Don't know what's going in here yet, but let's raise this up. Actually, they might not. How am I gonna do this? I feel like I'll do that. The terrain with this one's a little interesting. Figure out how I want to navigate it. That's obstructed. This is gonna be so strange. Okay, sure. Let's do that. Here. Okay. And we could just raise that. Nope. It's not going to be long before I feel like we need to get an additional keeper. Am I going to be able to connect this in any capacity? I feel like this is going to be crazy. Okay. Yeah, I assumed that would be obstructed. Let's lower that just a little and see if that helps. Okay. Still obstructed. Alright. It's kind of crazy, but it works, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, elephant? Oh, they're about to be. Let's... Forgot to turn this down. Okay, good. Now I just need to connect the barrier somewhere. Back in here. Okay. It's gonna go here. I don't know. Maybe something that doesn't climb, like the tapirs that we have. Alright. Income is rough. We're spending a lot of money, but we kind of need to spend a lot of money. So we have vet research going. Guests seem pretty content for now. Is education... We gotta pay somewhat close attention to education because we need 4 stars overall. And that kind of bit us last time because I didn't do it at all. So not gonna do anything crazy with it, but we are going to put some stuff in. Where does this go out to? Make that as large as we can. There's our powered reach. Sure. Let's put a speaker right there. Out to the African elephant. Yeah, it turns out that your guests want to learn, which I knew. I was just hoping that it wouldn't be an issue. It was. I think we're also going to rely on these conservation boards a good bit. Dot them all around. Might put something right here. Something small. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say, the power is definitely not gonna reach that far. I think my favorite thing about these education boards, we're not going to do it now because we have only so much time, but these are like super informational. There is like full load of information on these boards that you could sit and actually learn, which I get really excited about because I love playing video games. Video games are a huge hobby of mine, have been for, I don't know, forever basically. And I am really excited to eventually share them with my child. And the educational aspects of Planet Zoo just make me very, very excited. Because you can play a game, but also learn. Well, not really. We have a couple years for that, I think, but I didn't think about your swimming needs. We might have to relocate you. That is not gonna reach. Okay, just stay content for now. We'll move ya. Just give me a couple minutes. Move ya. It might just move you right over here, honestly. Let's do that. Two. And there we go. Relocating the tapirs. Sorry, guys. But we gotta do what we gotta do. You'll need shelter. And then we'll take this guest path over there. Let's get you moved. We'll be much happier over here, I think. But yeah, the educational aspects of this game are just awesome. I mean, you got the Zoopedia, which tells you a little bit about every animal. And like I said, the education boards are super informative. I don't know, I mean, the game's been out for a while, so some of the information might be a bit out of date, but still gives you a starting point. Get another... I think we should get another vet in. That way we can have one focusing on research and one who's researching. Via. But one that'll research primarily and another to focus on the animals themselves. Okay, we have some Nile monitors and crocodile might be a good move. Those guys are also going to need water, so just need to keep in mind where we're placing them relative to the water treatment that we have at the moment. How are you doing now? Okay, this probably needs fixed, but otherwise it seems like we are much happier. Time check. We have just under 45 minutes. Our animals are not happy. Oh, we need to do this. See, we played for 20 minutes, 20 plus minutes and forgot. We are not making a profit. So far, our rating is not good. Okay, let's bring in... We might do that. We might bring in the Indian elephants into that habitat as well. Just have a big old elephant habitat. Hopefully they'll all have enough space, but they should all share enrichment items, which will be nice. You require 3. Well, if we can afford more, we'll get more. But right now, you're just all gonna have to do with the 2 that you have. You would like more plants. Probably gonna disagree on the plants. We're gonna have to try to strike a good balance. Let's tuck one of these guys. Okay, you're getting happier. Let's check in on the African elephants. Let's see. Okay, they're actually okay with that. So maybe we try to do one more. Maybe we could find beautiful. That is perfect. They're not too unhappy with that. But education items too far away. I mean, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll give you that. I just really don't want to put more power. I guess I could put it like right there. There. We're definitely gonna do an animal talk for these guys. What is that under? Probably education. Yep, there it is. Did somebody destroy that already? It's been down there for like 30 seconds. What? Okay, we seem to be doing okay with money. However, somebody has disease, which is not good because we don't have a quarantine. So I guess we're getting a quarantine now. And there we go. Who is sick? Was it you? It must have been, but I didn't quarantine them before putting them in, so that makes sense. We might as well get a security guard and a workshop at this point. We're doing all right money-wise. Hopefully it stays that way. Oh, come on, let me fit that in. Great, but now it's not connected. So... sure, that works. Vet education, or education, vet research is going great. We're all good on space. We could actually fit some more stuff in here. I'm gonna assume that if one is alright, probably both will be. With the enrichment items that we put in. See, they look way too big for this water pool, but it says it'll work, so I'm gonna put it down. Are you happy? You're happy? Don't know if any of these, maybe the sprinkler would work for the camel. No, and no. What about the tapir? We can get food in for you. Surely, I was gonna say, surely you like the sprinkler. Okay. I really want to avoid, we might not have a choice because I'm not seeing them refresh much, but I really don't want to put in something like the macaque or the Himalayan brown bear because they would not like this environment, but I think that's going to end up being a challenge that we just have to accept. Let's get research going on a camel so they can get some enrichment. We have 4 habitat species, we're about to put in a 5th. Let's get another keeper. Would the monitors fit in this little area? I believe so. Let's see if that works. They will also need water. Down, it's gonna be cutting it close, but we're gonna see. Put in a little bit of water right here. That, I feel like that's too steep. Clear that. Lower it just a little bit more. Let's see. Okay, that's better. That should reach, I believe. Yep. Might not be enough room. We're gonna find out. Okay. Are you cool? You're cool. Just barely. We can always relocate the quarantine if needed. Probably will be needed because they're gonna have babies, so... yeah, we'll have to deal with that later. Rock, rock, rock. Remember, we are not going for pretty, we are going for effective. Okay. Big habitat. We have an empty habitat here that we could throw something in. Since we relocated those guys. Nothing that requires water though, so... we could put a tiger right there, but that doesn't feel like a smart move. Put some wildebeest. Let's go ahead and buy some flamingos. Or a single flamingo, I guess. We do not have a lot of animals. I should have bought that tiger even though I wasn't going to use it. Because that was a really cheap tiger. Okay. Well. The flamingos need water. They can go in with the elephants. They're not going to be happy. They're going to be stressed out, though. That is something to keep in mind. But... just going to have to make it work. Going to... apply contraceptive to all our flamingos. Don't really want them having a lot of babies. Honestly, I think I'm going to do the same to the monitors. I don't care if anything else has babies, because I think there's enough space for it, but the flamingos just get stressed out too easy, so I don't want more than we need of them. Uh-oh. Yeah. Should have seen that one coming. You're not gonna want to escape this way. What if we put a predator over here? Is that gonna be good? Where are you at? Okay. Looks like that's all taken care of. We already have... is it just one male for the wildebeest? Probably. Most of them are that way. So we can't really do much with that right now. Find more flamingos. Put them in. We're gonna buy a grok. I think flamingos need like a ton of them in their social group. Not really sure how many, but I feel like it's like 10. I don't... so we're just gonna buy them periodically. Okay. Yep, 10. Crazy to me that you can have 500. Like, I think that'd be really, really cool to have a massive flock, but I don't think my computer could handle that. Like, my computer, I think, handles this game pretty well, but there's definitely times that it's like, man, I should pause this because it's gonna start struggling. I can't imagine having that many birds in there. Okay, this is eventually This one is going to be a wildebeest habitat. Eventually. We got a lot of animals in here. We could just throw the wildebeest in here. That feels like a lot, though. So let's start going up this way. I believe that's what we want to do. We could connect the paths here, actually. Looks like they've already kind of got it set up that way. We want it to be wider, though, if it'll fit. Might be slightly too wide. I actually think I'm going to take this up and over onto this. That way we can just use that existing barrier. Looks awful, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I did see that we got a staff room notification, so we'll have to tend to that in a minute. Okay. That loops around nicely. We could definitely put something here. And loop this just like we did over there, just in case we want to use it. I think we most likely will. So we could take a staff path down, right? Oh, not quite yet. Take it down right here. Yep, I'll deal with you in a second. Like that. This might be a good spot for the tiger that we purchased. Oh. Okay. Oh, there's water down there. Let's get rid of that. Can I? Yes. Just need to make sure you have the right tool. I swear, I feel like playing this game mode, it just makes me lose brain cells while playing it or something, because I'm like, I know how to play the game, but I just panic, I guess. I don't know. Okay, one of these panels is giving problems, and I'm not sure which one it is. Okay, it's got to be something connected to that. I'm gonna assume it's that right there. Let's get rid of that, and then bring this up. Okay. We have about 30 minutes, I want to say. So we kind of need to... We need to get moving. Let's just put... Come on. Climb proof. One. There we go. They could probably jump it. We'll raise it again if need be. There we go. And where's our tiger? At this point, we definitely are gonna need another staff member. Another keeper. Okay, first things first. Can you escape? Oh, you absolutely can escape. So we're gonna pause it very quickly, just so that we can raise it up. I'm surprised that it's not going to jump on the guest side. Looks like it's just over here. That's a problem. Which is super strange. Okay. Perfect. Let's get you food, water. Hard shelter. You have enough space. You have plenty of space. Let's move that closer. I feel like you're gonna climb it and escape. Okay. Terrain. I already have a feeling we're not going to make it for the gold. I think ideally you probably want to have all of the animals that you need in like under 30 minutes. Because then you can start troubleshooting other things that need done. Like we're gonna have guests that need attending to and all of that fun stuff, and we're like nowhere near where I feel we probably should be. We have 7 species in. We have... I think we should just put the wildebeest in just to say we have them. We could afford a hippo. So we have a wildebeest and a croc. Yep, you guys are stressed. That's gonna be such an issue. Maybe we should put them in with the tapirs instead. I feel like that's just less traffic overall in that area, and if they're constantly stressed, we are never gonna get the animal welfare to be at a sustainable level. So you guys are getting relocated. Because right now that's much less. There's way fewer people over here. In 25 minutes. Oof. Let's get in some animal talks. Let's assign February for that. We need to hire an educator. Let's just hire 3 of them. That's gonna get really expensive really fast. We're gonna get an extra vet and an extra mechanic because I feel like our barriers are gonna start breaking down, and we just probably screwed ourselves financially, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's do another talk over here with the... We'll assign that to maybe... Let's do... We did one in February, let's do May. And then we'll do another one. Does it reach over here? Just barely. Do another one with the tape, actually. Does it reach down here? It's not close enough. This is gonna be better. The tape years. And we did May, so let's do August. Okay. So that's going. That should be alright. We're gonna need to put in... Let's throw this over here. And we can start putting in more education. Let's do another staff room because you guys are kind of losing it. I know. We'll put that right there. And then the other thing we're gonna do is connect the staff room to this path so they don't have to go as far. Because otherwise they'd have to like walk back all this way and then over. They can just come straight down now. Okay. What is wrong with you? You're fine. Is that still enough? Okay, hard shelter needs a little bit of an increase, but that's easy peasy. Boom. Can't escape, right? Alright. Let's move our research to the flamingos. And put 2 of you researching. I know you're gonna bump into each other in the research center, but... Okay, you're good there. This has gotta be for you. Beautiful. You're happy. You're still... You need more enrichment of the toy variety. About... That reduced it. My gosh. Can you use this? Okay, that works. What are you guys doing? Can you use this? Nope. Okay. It's better. Flamingos are rough. They're gonna stay that way for a little bit. We're not far off on profits. Let's try to get in the rest of our animals as quickly as possible. Not gonna have all the wildebeest that we want, but I think we can make them happy enough that it'll be okay. I believe they would use probably this. Yes, and pillar. Yeah. Okay. I think you can use this. Perfect. Just like pass. That will work. So yeah, they're not gonna be happy because their social group's gonna be too small. They need like 7 or 8. Whoops. But they're happy enough. And we can fit. We're gonna put something over here. Probably the croc. I want a lot of water. I think that'll work. Oops. Now, if I can manage, I'm just gonna take this across, I think, rather than trying to force it to connect to something. If it naturally snaps, great, but we're not gonna worry about it too much. There we go. How is this path going to connect? I don't know. That's a great question. Perhaps we'll do something very silly. That's not going to work. This will. Think. Yeah, there we go. I need to actually adjust this just a bit. Hopefully that's still in. Yes, it is. Food tray and water. Don't believe we have anything for you. Enrichment wise, let's fix your terrain. Too much. You want more soil? And a lot more rock. Okay. Good otherwise. For now. Bet that's our flamingos throwing a fit. Indeed. Let's stop research on them and put it on the monitor. What do we got? We need what? How many? We only need one more animal. I'm probably going to try to get something to just throw in with the elephants. We need profits. We really need to get our zoo rating figured out, so we need to do some guest-oriented stuff. What's our power look like? Okay. Throw down a bunch of trash cans. There they are. Because once we start adding guest stuff, they're just gonna throw trash everywhere. It's kind of a thing that they do. Drives me crazy. We'll have to get another caretaker as well. I will say, I'm gonna jinx it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Things are running a little bit more smoothly, it feels, this time. How long will that stay the case? I don't know. But it feels like we're having like less issues with animals being unhappy and stressed out. But our last one, it was a bunch of raised paths that were sitting like directly over the animals, like this one. And there's just less of that, so I think that's making a pretty significant difference. This education is not as bad as I expected. We'll throw in a couple recycling as well. So I believe that helps with our conservation rating, which helps with our overall ratings. Okay. So now we could put in some guest stuff. Let's put drink and food. Where is our... Okay, this is gonna get a little questionable. Information and a bathroom, perhaps? Okay, that works. Let's do that over here. So it's like a great spot. Bathroom. Drinks. Food. Information. And let's do... Let's throw in a couple things over here. I think. Maybe like right here. I feel like that's a good in-between. Need to put wind turbine. We're not hurting for money by any means. Like, I don't think our profit is good, but we're doing fine financially, which is great. So, drinks, food, information, toilet. I don't think I'm gonna fit the big toilet. Oh, okay, great. Yep, now they'll start flocking up there, so that's fantastic. Notice we don't have many donation bins up this way, so let's throw in more of those too. Okay. The flamingos. The flamingos are so mad. I don't know. I don't know what to do with them. You know, it's just kind of one of those things where like it's gonna get, hopefully it's gonna fix itself. I don't know what else to do. Yeah, we did put in a lot of vendors by adding those buildings. So let's throw in a staff right here. It does reach, so great. Ah, man, there's so many cool camels that they've been like showing us, and we already got our camels. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. We're gonna hope that in the next 10 minutes we have enough conservation credits for a hippo, because we need one more animal. So we're gonna check all of them really quickly, see if we can make them any happier. Most of them so far are doing okay. Okay. Tiger needs a lot. Leave that. It's just, is this a bangle? I think it's a bangle. Let's do a scratch. And a pumpkin. Okay. You guys still happy? You're still good. Where's the flamingo? Richmond sucks. Let's put that wherever we can fit it. Oh my gosh. Right there. Okay. Should be good. What do we have over here? We have our croc, which I do believe you'll enjoy that. And a pumpkin. Also throw in an underwater fish feeder. Okay. Animals, mostly happy. There's only so much we're going to be able to do to bump up their like nutrition and stuff, because we're not researching all of them. 2 rating. You gotta get more education. That will help. We have power here. Let's do the bangle. Okay. Just gonna talk to you about the tapir. And we'll do croc, and then I think we're gonna throw down a bunch of conservation boards. Hope for the best. Hope that pushes us over the edge. We can do something for the monitor as well. And I think that'll be pretty much our animals all covered as far as education goes. Okay, we have an educator just walking around, so that's beautiful. We can go ahead. Research is flying now. Profits are looking pretty good. I don't think we're gonna make it this year, but let's go ahead and do that, because that'll get us the other objective here. Guests need to be happier. Conservation rating needs to be higher. That'll help a lot. Bring in... Ugh, I really don't want to... I think we're gonna ultimately have to bring in something else as far as animals go, just because... What are you? You're a female. more animals, higher ratings. Let's preemptively build a habitat. And if need be, we will put in... We'll plan this to be the Himalayan brown bears. So we'll just make it for them. So that would be a higher barrier with climbing. Do glass, and then, or honestly, we're gonna put their gate right here. So if we need them, we have options. Going to put coolers in from the get. I believe that it reaches, so it is powered. Ugh, one of them is powered. I mean, time-wise, we're really struggling with time, but that's kind of the biggest thing. Like, so far, nothing super crazy has happened with the animals. Like, they've all been pretty content. So that's actually really, really nice. Yeah, I think our biggest thing is just time. Like, I just don't know if we're gonna make it for time. I don't know how. Yeah, okay. We're doing okay. That will change. I think I'm paying this per year, right? I started that. Oh, never mind. It's not gonna do it till we get to the end of the year. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do this in 5 minutes, but it's really not terrible. This one I feel like is much easier. I just don't know what's gonna push us over the edge to get these last little things done. Okay, let's just bite the bullet and bring in... That sucks. We could bring in orangutans. What did we just get? Marketing. These flamingos are gonna be the death of us. I swear. We should never put flamingos in here ever again. Let's get an orangutan. And a bear. I feel like the orangutan's gonna help us out a lot. We won't need these. Now we're gonna need climbing. Let's get research going for you. Ugh, sorry, buddy. We have like nothing good for climbing. I think we're just gonna have to throw a bunch of these together really quick. How do you feel about that? Okay, he's happy with it. Throw in our big trees. I swear. I kind of just want to get rid of him. Yeah, so 3 minutes to... Honestly, our animal welfare's really struggling with the flamingos. We're gonna try to reduce that as best we can, but maybe that'll help a little bit. Get in your shelter. They have plenty of places to hide. I don't know if we should just remove the windows altogether, but that is a big issue. Education's getting better. They're still... Yeah. So we were close. I feel like that one went much smoother compared to the last one for sure. So, all things considered, I think if we had... Like, if we were doing, like, test runs or something of these, I think maybe we could realistically get the, gold in the time on hard difficulty. But... Why did I add that again? You already have one. There we go. But... I don't know. I'm not super committed to getting it. Maybe we'll revisit them if we have time. I don't foresee having time between this and the career objectives or zoos that we're working on. Conservation is kind of hurting us. We don't need you, so I'm gonna sell you. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. We just don't have... I think we need another big ticket animal and we just don't have it right now. Oh, I forgot to get more caretakers. There's like one guy running around trying to deal with all of the trash cans. I'm so sorry. Okay, that should help. But yeah, this one was much smoother. So we won't get the gold, but I think we'll... Oh, it's only 10 minutes longer. The last silver star was like 30 minutes longer. So we might get the silver. Actually, maybe if we... This served us well initially, but maybe if we turn that back down, some of our babies might grow up. Maybe. And we could get some more of them released to the wild to help with our conservation. We'll throw down... I got distracted doing other things, so we never put down the education boards, so we can do some more of those to help with that rating, but this one's significantly easier than the last one by far. I'm much more relaxed in this one than I was previously. I feel like, to be fair, we had a lot of animals in the last one that didn't like the snow, and then every time we got hit with the snow, if we didn't have everything in complete working order, it sucked. This one, all of these animals are suited to the environment that we're in, so I think that helps a good bit. Our facilities are centered, so that's definitely helping. I don't know what I'd set the last one to, so hopefully we're not just repeating the same ones over and over on these, but I know I've did that. Let's do that. But yeah, so this one is easier. I think you could get it on the hard difficulty. Does not seem to be as finicky as the last one was. But we'll strive for silver. See if we can manage that. Let's Put something over here for our orangutan. I feel like our speakers are gonna overlap, but oh yeah, they're gonna overlap a lot. That's okay. I'll turn this one down just a little bit. There we go. We could also move it over. And then turn it back up. Perfect. Guests are very happy. Okay, we got our yearly profit. That's great. Our guests are increasing pretty well. Our zoo rating's pretty good. That's going up decently well. Yeah. Stress. You guys are just so stressed. I'm just gonna remove this. I'm just gonna take that out. I'll do one window. Doesn't give you a good look, but at this point, that's really what's taken our animals down. At least the animal welfare down, is those animals constantly getting stressed. Especially the flamingos, my goodness. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. This one definitely looks better than the last one too. It is pretty. It's very, very pretty. At least we don't have any floating buildings this time. Oh, no ATMs. We can fix that. You guys are gonna, if you're gonna insist on paying me more money, you just feel free. No complaints here. Okay. Let's check and see. We have some babies that are popping out. I imagine that'll help. Making people more interested in coming to the zoo. Let's pop in a hippo. We're gonna pop in this hippo and probably get rid of the flamingos. Almost 2,000 guests. We're very, very close to 2,000 guests. Our finances are fantastic. Animals, babies are popping out. Conservation rating. Animal rating's good. Guest education rating's getting better. They're still hungry and thirsty. Even though I have stuff like everywhere. Five minutes remaining to achieve silver. Ah! Let's check out our hippo. I know you would yeah. You're good other than wanting more friends, which is completely valid. If I could get you more friends, I'd get you more friends. We're about to hit our guest goal, so we're gonna, oh man, we're into this issue in the last zoo too, where we were being a little cheesy with buying animals with credits and then immediately rehoming them. Or releasing them to the wild to bring up our conservation rating, which is almost at 5 stars, so I feel like if we can bring that up and maybe place down just a couple things for guests, we should be okay. Put you in quarantine. Might as well put you somewhere if we have you. Oh, we are really close. We just get that guest number up just a little bit. We are bordering. Aha! There it is. Okay. So, compared to the last one, that went much better. I really do think we could get the gold if we, like, knowing now kind of what is going on in this zoo. I don't think it would be that difficult. I honestly think we would just need to be a little bit faster getting our animals in and being like definitive about where we're putting them, because we didn't run into a whole lot of problems with, you know, like animals being unhappy or our staff being overwhelmed and not feeding them fast enough like we were experiencing in the last zoo. So I'd say this one is significantly easier by a mile, like way easier than the last one was. So I think it's doable. I'm happy. This one was much chiller. Hopefully the next one's the same way. But all right. I think we're all done here. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you later.